What is up, guys? How's it going? Bringing you guys some Far Cry 3 multiplayer gameplay here, using the first bolt-action sniper you get. I think this is the first game I played, and this is just a couple of clips that I got. Just two nice kill streaks I got with this bolt-action sniper from, like, I think my first and second game. Didn't pull out any too like a beastly score or anything like that, so I figured I'd just give you guys some highlights. And playing some multiplayer here on some Far Cry 3. This is a game mode called Domination, which you guys should be familiar with. Basically, conquest from the Battlefield 3, or like domination from Call of Duty. Either or works for me. But decided to hop on this yesterday. Haven't given it a try yet. The multiplayer, that is. And for the most part, just been occupied with the single player of this game. Because if you are not aware, the single player in this game is absolutely amazing, and it's one of the best single player games that I've actually played in a long time. Almost to the level of the Fallout series, I would say. Not quite as much stuff as you could do. It's not as quite as detailed, but there's some real fun aspects that the single player lets you do, like hunt animals and shit like that. It's really fun, like hunting tigers and stuff like that. But enough about that for right now. Talk about the multiplayer a little bit. Only got down for about an hour because the multiplayer in this can be a little frustrating, and for the most part it doesn't really have that much to do with the game itself. It's the amount of people that play it, which is very few. At the time I was playing this, it said there was 100 people playing this game type right here. So when you have very few people playing a multiplayer game, you're going to be connected with people from all over the world, and unfortunately that's going to make the connections really, really bad. And it doesn't matter which game it is, you're going to have this problem. Like for me, I can't play Battlefield after like 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, because it just ends up getting filled with foreigners from other countries. Nothing against you guys from other countries, but when it comes to multiplayer gameplays, or multiplayer games, it kind of sucks because it fucks up connections. And a couple people in this lobby, in the last lobby that I was in, would be really, really difficult to kill. And then after the game was over, I would look to see where they're from, and they're like really far away, like Europe or something like that. So unfortunately, the connections in this multiplayer are not all that great. They're pretty crappy, but it seems like when it works, it works. This game has a lot of cool little concepts to it. Like right there, I just did my battle cry, and that gives everybody in your little area that you're at a little temporary boost. There's a few different ones that you can unlock, and missed out on the collateral there. If only I was a little quicker. But anyways, that was a little quick little 8 kill streak right there. I'm moving along to another little kill streak I got. But yeah, it's some fun. And I don't know if you can tell, but some of these like sniper shots that I get are like extremely laggy, and I don't get the kill for like a second after. And but I had some fun. The maps are whatever. For the most part, it kept throwing me in this map over and over again. There's like 10, 12 maps in the game, and I only got to see like 2 or 3 of them, which kind of sucks, but what are you gonna do? And but yeah, this game actually has some game-breaking flaws when it comes to multiplayer, and that is like just the whole lobby system and being able to play with your friends is extremely frustrating. From what I can gather, the time that I did get in this, there is no like standard multiplayer lobby, like in the main menu, invite your buddies, and then you search for a server, and then you all join in. From what I can gather, that is not the case in this game. And this game definitely needs some kind of patch for the multiplayer for sure. Definitely does, because it's way too hard to play with friends. Even just my one friend Nick, we were trying to get down, and it was really a pain in the ass. Basically what we had to do is one of us would have to join a game, and then the other would have to join session. And it made it kind of difficult to get on the same team, because most of the time when you just join a game, it would throw you in a lobby that's already started, middle of a match. You weren't thrown into like before the game started, so it kind of sucked. First couple games we played, we couldn't get on the same team and shit like that. So for that, this game is pretty bad for letting you squad up with your friends. That's downfall of a lot of games. And one thing that I'm hoping for is when the next Grand Theft Auto comes out in a few months, is they fix their multiplayer lobbies, because in Grand Theft Auto 4 they had some issues, like you couldn't play certain things with friends squatted up, and it was really fucking frustrating, and just how the whole lobbies worked and everything like that in that game. I think every game needs to go to the battlefield way, you know, with dedicated servers and a server browser, and that's the best multiplayer setup that I've ever played. For a console game, PC games, it's always a server browser for the most part, unless you're playing some of the Call of Duties. But I think Black Ops 2 for PC has dedicated servers, which is cool, I guess. But yeah, just this game does have some potential, but it does have some really big flaws, like with connection. But a lot of that, I believe, has to do with just the people that you're playing with. The connections get real stretched. As I own that guy with the flamethrower. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, if this game had like really reliable servers and everything like that, it might be fun. I don't really consider this a multiplayer gameplay. The single player is where it's at, like I was saying. Multiplayer is kind of just a bonus, so don't take it too seriously. Take it with a grain of salt. Just try to have fun with it. Don't try to get frustrated. Just have some fun with it. You know, don't take it too seriously or anything like that. It's kind of just a bonus and whatnot. But if you guys are unsure about picking up this game, I definitely recommend it for a single player aspect. You know, if you want a really good single player game, this is where it's at. This game is fucking amazing when it comes to single player. And excuse me. This game on PC looks absolutely fucking amazing on PC. I'd say Battlefield 3 level for sure on the PC. On the console, it doesn't look that great, but it works. It works. For the type of game it is, it works, you know. I compare this kind of like, it's like a first-person Grand Theft Auto. There's vehicles and shit you could drive around. Not so much on the multiplayer. I don't think there's any vehicles you could drive around. There's like kill streaks and shit, so it's kind of Call of Duty-esque as far as the multiplayer goes. But I get owned by this guy with a flamethrower. Whatever. What are you gonna do? But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. And you know, like I said, if you guys want a real good single player game, this is the game for you. Multiplayer, yeah, it's kind of just an add-on. So, anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Peace. Have a good one.